I always find it amazing how prominent people on the right can gain supporters when, after a while, they can only act for so long. After a while, their true opinions come out. And by the way, I would have said in 2016, when you talk about a lot of these figures and people say, oh, they're Nazis, I'd be like, you're being hyperbolic. Yeah, they might be hyper-conservative, but they're not Nazis. Nazi is next level. Well, it turns out with many of them, no, they literally were Nazis. Richard Spencer was a Nazi. Milo Yiannopoulos was a Nazi. This is all proven because their internal text messages and conversations leaked. And we know what they're saying when they think the cameras are not on. Well, Nick Fuentes also is a Nazi. And by the way, this is somebody Kanye West fell for his line of bullshit. But, the argument we've heard for so long now, oh my God, there are some populists who are on the right and they're, maybe there's some sort of an alliance that could be made. The truth comes out after a while, right? And now you're going to see what at least Nick Fuentes, but many of these other people as well, what they really think about, working people and poor people.
The people of this country are furious. They don't like my hatred for the poor. They don't like that, and I don't know why. I don't get it. But I don't care, because I do fucking hate the poor, and I hate poor people, and I hate poverty, and I'm sick of lying about it. I'm not gonna pretend that I don't, okay? I love the rich. I don't have any animosity for the rich men of America, okay? I want to be one. I want all my friends to be rich. I want all white people to be rich. I want to emulate them. I want to be one of them. I want to be among them.
Props for honesty. Props for honesty. But look, the truth comes out. The truth comes out. Because one of the tricks that the far right does, and they've done for a long time, is they try to posture like they're pro-working class. That's what they try to do. Oh, we're actually trying to look out for people on the bottom rung of the ladder. And they scapegoat a bunch of other poor people and working people in the process. Oh, blame the Mexicans. Oh, blame the Muslims. Oh, blame, whatever minority community you want to talk about. And they do divide and conquer. And they posture like, oh, we want to help working people. Well, here's Nick Fuentes telling you what he really thinks of poor people. It can't just be the case that poor people, in the overwhelming majority of circumstances, are just regular people like you and me, working, trying to do the right thing, trying to get ahead, trying to do right by their family and their friends, and they just happen to live in a late-stage capitalist hellscape where, the minimum wage isn't even a living wage, so you have to take 2 or 3 jobs to even pay the bills and get by. You can't afford a 1-bedroom apartment in any of the 50 states working full-time and making minimum wage. It can't just be that they're regular people who are getting screwed by a rigged economic system. No. What you can see here, and this is just real belief, is that poor people are just inherently inferior. There's some sort of moral failure at the core of poor people. So if you're poor, it's on you. Pull yourself up by your bootstraps. There are no systemic factors that get in the way. There are no macroeconomic factors which make poor people an ironclad reality in a late capitalist hellscape. No, it's your fault. It's your problem. It's an individual issue. It's not a societal issue. It's not an economic issue. Basically, get your shit together. And if you don't, you're one of the bad people. And by the way, this fits in perfectly with his worldview vis-a-vis race, right? I mean, this guy, and he's even said it. Hey, I think black people are inferior. I think they're inferior. He said it. He thinks Jews are in a cabal that run the world and they're evil. And now, part of this worldview, this rigid hierarchical thinking where everything is nature, nothing is nurture, poor people are just bad people. They're just bad. Rich people are just good people. So it's superimposing a meritocratic structure on a situation where there is not one. We don't actually live in a meritocracy. The cream is not rising to the top. The system is rigged in 47 different ways. And there's no acknowledgement of that. Now, they used to pretend, oh, yeah, we know the system's rigged. Oh, yeah, we're looking out for working people. Well, the mask is off now. Now it's like every month there's a whole bunch of straight-up Nazi protesters outside of Disney in Orlando waving Nazi flags and waving Ron DeSantis flags. They were leaving, pamphlets on doorsteps in Miami. Or not Miami, excuse me, in Orlando, where, people were terrified. They said, Jesus Christ. Now, we have free speech in this country, of course, so they have a right to express whatever they want to express. But understand, now it's out of the closet more than it ever was. The extremism is more bare and right in front of our faces. There is no, dog whistling, couching your commentary and innuendo. There's none of that. Now it's just, I fucking hate poor people. Now it's just, here's my Nazi flag. I am a Nazi. I don't know how anybody follows these people, right? And I think they are guaranteed to be a permanent numerical minority in the country, because you're not going to get anybody on your side. You're not going to get a lot of people to agree with you unless they're absolutely deeply hateful people by letting it all hang out like this. But I don't even know why I'm giving this commentary, because honestly, the logical takeaway from it is go back to the dog whistling and you'll be more successful. But I actually appreciate the honesty more, and I think it marginalizes them more, and I think that's a good thing. So please, by all means, go right ahead. Tell us what you really think, because when you do, that the number of people, especially normies in this country, who maybe sort of vaguely were on your page before, they're going to run away at 1,000 miles an hour. Because this is beyond the pale for any sane person. Hey, y'all, do me a favor and like and subscribe. It helps out big time in the algorithm. Click the bell as well for notifications when videos drop, and watch that video on screen right now. You know you want to.